Tonight, on the November edition of Inside Solle, Dr. Alison Caldwell-Andrews shares ways to keep a healthy lymphatic system, and our specialist spotlight shines on Canada. All this and more next on Inside Solle. Hey everybody, welcome to Inside Solle. My name's Lon Hudman, and I'm the Vice President of Events and Marketing at Solle Naturals, and I'm your host for tonight's episode of Inside Solle. Welcome. I can see that many of my Solle siblings have already chatted in on my chat monitor, so I'd like to welcome them. Welcome Valerie and Rachel and Ashley and Amy and Colleen and Rose and Claudia and Kim, Tiffany, Jody. The names keep appearing on my chat monitor. Welcome everybody. Welcome to Inside Solle. Now, I don't know if you remember, but for the month of November, our topic is digestive health. And at Solle Naturals, we have a bunch of great products to help you have healthy digestion. You can see some of them pictured here. Well, tonight, we are going to focus on cleansing. And specifically, we're going to talk a little bit about how you can maintain a healthy lymphatic system. And that is our topic in our Caldwell capsule.
So why would you need to move to cleanse? Sometimes you want to cleanse, you want to do a cleanse per se, or you feel like your body just needs a little renewal and you're thinking, cleansing sounds like a good plan, and it probably is a good plan. Couple things to know about this. First of all, your body is equipped to detox you. So your body has a plan. It has a method. It is excellent at getting rid of toxins. However, things that we do can really get in its way. And so sometimes what people do when they take other herbs to cleanse is what they're doing is they're helping to support their body. They're helping to support what the body already does. And sometimes instead of getting in the way of what the body does, and I'll give you a couple examples of how we do that, what we want to do is help support the body with things that move the body toward normal functioning. So what we're looking at is normal functioning. That's what our goal is. And so when you cleanse, the question that I started off with was, why do you need to move to cleanse? And I'll answer that. Here's one of the ways in which your body cleanses in a beautiful way, and it's called the lymph system. So we know the kidneys and the liver, the gallbladder, the gut, colon, all of those things really help to cleanse. But let's talk a little bit about this thing called the lymph system. So the lymph system is a one direction system, kind of like your circulatory system. And so you have blood that goes through the circulatory system, and then you've got this other system called the lymph system that circulates as much fluid as the blood plus half as much more. So 1.5 times the amount of blood you have, again, in the lymph. So lymph fluid is a lot like blood. It just is missing pretty much the blood vessels. Blood vessels. The blood cells, red blood cells. So what happens is you have blood that moves through the body and it goes out the capillaries. And red blood cells are too big to fit through the capillaries. And so blood goes through those capillaries and into the interstitial space. So this is the space between cells. And sometimes we call this extracellular fluid, not because it's extra, but because it is outside the cells. And so extracellular fluid, this is lymph fluid, and the lymph fluid flows along and collects all the garbage. So whatever the cell has rejected as trash, or dead cells, or toxins, bacteria, etc., this is what the lymph system picks up. The lymph fluid then flows one direction through the lymph system. And here's the reason why movement is critical, because it doesn't have a pump like a heart. And so it doesn't move unless you move. So what moves the lymph is your muscular movement, including breathing. Breathing does help, but certainly walking and moving your body helps move that lymph along. That's great because the lymph is what gets rid of a lot of the things that can gunk us up and really make our body unhappy. Your body was intended to have this like internal garbage collection system to help get rid of problems. Lymph fluid then is pushed through lymph nodes, which essentially sterilize the lymph. And so when it's returned to the heart, it's sterile fluid and it becomes blood again as your body adds in those red blood cells. Okay, so that's lymph. Lymph is really important for your body cleansing. One way to move lymph, of course, is exercise, any kind of movement, diaphragmatic breathing, massage, dry skin brushing. There are lots of ways to move the lymph. I think that moving your body is probably your best bet. And so you can do all those other things, but you should really focus on moving your body. When you move your body, what's happening is that lymph moves along right under the surface of the skin, and as well as inside, deeper in the body, but a lot of it's on the surface of the skin. One thing that people do to help move lymph is they can take a number of herbs. And the herb that I'm going to feature today is an herb called Mangista. Mangista is an herb that has a number of properties that are very useful. So, for example, I'm going to read this list. It's kind of an awesome list. And honestly, I didn't write down all of the things because some of them were a little esoteric. So it's anti-inflammatory, great. It's anti-arthritic, so helps with arthritis. And you can think, if you're getting rid of a lot of toxins through lymph movement, and Mangista helps move lymph and helps get rid of some of these toxins, you can see where it's anti-arthritic. Anti-diabetic, it helps lower blood glucose. Antimicrobial, antiviral, anticonvulsant. It's anti-ulcer. It helps reduce cortisol. So it's anti-stress in that way. It helps protect your gut. It helps protect your brain. It helps protect your liver. It enhances immunity, antioxidants, and it also helps with skin. So a lot of times you might see Mangista marketed for skin disorders because it is helpful at treating things that gunk up your skin, things like psoriasis or eczema. Mangista can help the body with managing those things. And so you have a directional network moving through, cleaning out whatever's in between those cells, in that interstitial space, goes through the lymph nodes. The lymph nodes clean and sterilize what's in there, get rid of the bacteria, any other toxins, comes back into the heart, turns back into blood, continues this circulation. The circulation happens because you're moving it. Here's another aspect to this that I think is interesting. Obesity really gets in the way of lymph movement. And so what obesity does is it kind of slows it down, but it also impairs the way the lymph connects with the autonomic nervous system. And so you've probably heard of the autonomic nervous system where you have the parasympathetic and the sympathetic system. Parasympathetic system is where you rest and digest. Sympathetic nervous system is where, I can't remember the other part, rest and digest, and I just blanked on it, but it's the part where you go to work and you do the stuff and you run your body. And so the autonomic nervous system and the lymph system connect, and they play a role in inflammation and fat absorption and immune system. And so if you can help get the lymph, which is actually the lymph nodes are innervated by autonomic nervous system cells. Interesting, huh? And you can get that movement happening and good lymph functioning. That can also in turn affect your autonomic nervous system, helping also with things like stress, body functioning, and feeling revved up all the time, that sort of a thing. So Mangista can help move that system along, help that return to more normative functioning. Getting your body to move along with that is a great idea. And hopefully all of those things together can help make any cleansing that you do more successful, even if the cleanse is just, I'm going to get up and take a walk, or I'm going to do a little more exercise than usual, drink a lot of water, that sort of stuff. Add some Mangista. The other way to think about this is a lot of times we end up thinking about particular products in terms of they're for my colon, or I'm constipated, so I should take this, or I think that I ate something funky, and so I want to take something like Amatox. Amatox has Mangista in it, and I want you to not limit yourself to thinking about it as only for your gut or your colon. Think about it as for your entire body, because that Mangista will help with your lymph, and that is your entire body to your health. Thanks.
Thank you, Allison. Great information. Did you learn something? I know I did. I learned, and I did not know this, that there is more lymph in your body in fluid than there is blood. So that was something new I learned. So great information, Allison. Thanks for sharing. Now, she mentioned that Mangista, the herb that she was talking about, is in our Amitox DC formula. And I don't know how many of you have been on our product pages on our website recently. Hopefully you've been on there and you've noticed that we have little videos that explain the benefits and usually the ingredients of each of our products. And so, because we're talking about Mangista and we're talking about Amitox DC, I wanted to show that video to you right now, so let's take a look at it. If you are wanting all the benefits of a thorough detox but would like to avoid the negative side effects, Amitox DC is the product for you. Amitox DC will encourage detoxing throughout the body, assist in the elimination of parasites, promote healthy elimination, enhance skin health, and boost mental clarity. So, see, we have great information. We have these little videos for each of our products that are on our website now. So, when you direct someone to your replicated website and have them look for information about a particular product, they'll see that there's a little video explanation in addition to the product pages that explain all the benefits in written form. So, take a look at that. Check it out. So, next segment, we have, for the first time ever, we have an international specialist spotlight. I'm excited about this. And our specialist spotlight, this person comes from Canada. And as I was talking about inviting her to be the specialist spotlight, Kendall asked me, he said, well, do you know what the capital of Canada is? And I'm like, you know what? I have no idea what the capital of Canada is. And he said, well, yeah, Ottawa, know that. So there is the dad joke. You had to wait halfway through the program to get the dad joke tonight. So as I was mentioning, our specialist spotlight is from Canada. She was recently nominated for the Quality Care Award in Canada. And so we would like to honor her as our specialist spotlight. Please welcome this month's specialist spotlight, Krista Shepherd. And there she is, Quality Care Award nominee. Congratulations, Krista.
Thanks, Lon. I appreciate it.
Now tell me a little bit about this award and how you came to be nominated for the Quality Care Award.
Yeah, so I'm a part of it's kind of like a BNI, but it's called Your Holistic Earth. And every year they do a Business from the Heart Awards and Gala. So I don't know yet who nominated me, but someone felt that I give quality care to my clients. So they nominated me, and I was chosen as one of the nominations against some amazing other entrepreneurs. So it was a really huge honor to be recognized as someone that cares truly about their clients.
Well, that is awesome. Congratulations on that. So let's talk a little bit about how you became acquainted with Solle Naturals and how and when you decided to make Solle Naturals kind of your in-home business.
Okay. I've been friends with Kristen Brunius. We were at a previous company together, and she did an energy challenge. And so because at that point Amanda Abbott was living in Canada, Amanda sent me some Cinnamate, which we all know is one of our favorites. And I was happy in my other business, and I said to Kristen, oh, I'll try it, but I wasn't going to promise her anything. I dismissed it. It took me a long time. My first package got lost. I was like, whatever. And then God kept saying, you need to look further. You need to look further. And at that point, I was a new mom with a 9-month-old and barely surviving. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll give this Cinemate a try. And I was like, oh, that felt good, pretty good. And then in January, all of a sudden, I was like, I called her. I said, like, get on the phone. I hit Facebook call and she answered. And here I am, almost 5 years later.
Well, awesome. So, what are some of the unique challenges that you face in being in Canada as opposed to maybe running a business here in the United States?
They're not challenges. They're just differences. It's only a challenge if you let it be a challenge.
Awesome. Okay, so what are the differences?
Something that Valerie taught me a long time ago, so I have to thank her for that. The main difference is we do have an exchange rate, so we sort of pay more than you guys. Well, we do. But we do that for anything we buy internationally. So that's not that big a difference. Most Canadians are used to it. And the bigger difference, unfortunately, is in Canada we have this lovely healthcare system which has its pros and cons. It's great that we have it. So if I go to the hospital with a broken leg, I don't have to pay any money out of pocket ever. But it's really easy for Canadians just go to get a prescription and put a Band-Aid on something and never know how to get to the root of the problem. So, whereas Americans are quick to look for, like, they don't want to be on medication because they can't afford it, or they don't want to be having to go to the hospital all the time, for other things. So that's the biggest things that I've noticed the difference is.
Are there specific Solle products that tend to sell really well in Canada?
Ooh, that's a good question. Can I phone a friend? Can I get my team on here with
Yeah,
me?
well, I was just wondering, do they have what maybe unique health needs or issues that maybe would cause them to, lean toward different products or different product categories?
Um, we basically tell every Canadian vital is vital. Um, so I don't know anyone that if they're not on it consistently, they've always taken it. Cinemate, Canadians love Cinemate. Um, those that know my story, I'm a huge maca fan. It changed my life, and I think we all need longevity. But so those are my top probably that
All
I
right,
would
well,
say a
tell
lot
us
of
a
my
little bit
clients.
about your story and maca. Why is maca such a big deal to you?
Okay, so maca for me, I said I found Soul when Grace was 9 months old, and I was not surviving as a mom. I was not able to make supper because I was exhausted. And those that know my story know I waited 18 years for Grace, right? Like she is my miracle baby. I also had cancer when I was 25, and my byproduct of cancer was hot flashes. So I'm a new mom with 18 years of hot flashes built up and just not doing well because the hot flashes keep me up all night and not Grace. And I have not had a hot flash in, I said I'm 5 years in January, so 4 years and 10 months since I last had a hot flash. So that's why I love maca. And like my hormones are completely regulated now. I like a life I didn't know I could have as a woman or a mom.
That's fantastic. So, do you prefer to take your maca in Soul Clear SI in capsule form, or do you take Excel?
I take both.
Do both. Okay, great. Well, now I'm
I'm
going to
not
add
going
a new
back there,
segment.
Lana.
Huh?
I'm not going back to where I was. Give me all the soul.
Any way you could get it. Okay, so I'm going to add a new segment to our specialist spotlight segment, and I'm calling it 5 questions. So I'm going to ask you 5 questions and get your answers, your responses to these. Are you ready?
Okay.
All right. Question number 1: Soul Complete Dutch Cocoa or Soul Complete Natural?
Dutch cocoa.
Okay. Question number 2: What is your favorite Soul essential oil blend?
Confidence.
All right. Confidence. Question number 3: What is your favorite event destination that Soul has been to so far?
Oh, Lon, that's hard because I've had amazing memories at each of them. Um, Probably Hawaii. I don't think I would have went and had the amazing experiences on my own that Soul was able to help me have.
Okay, great. Hawaii. Question number 4. What is your favorite adaptogen? I think we just heard
Maca.
that. It's maca.
Maca.
Okay. And final. And so, again, this is going to be an easy one. You've already kind of given the answer away. Question number 5. What is your favorite Soul product?
Okay, that's a trick question though, Alon. Because my favorite Soul product would be maca because what it did for me, but my favorite Soul product for taste is Vital.
So Vital or, okay, maca for the benefits. All right. And those are our 5 questions. So again, thanks for joining us, Krista. Congratulations on the Quality Care nomination. And it's good to see you, and hopefully we'll see you soon.
Hopefully we'll see you soon, Lon. Thanks.
All right. Goodbye. Everyone about is that coming up in January, we have our virtual kickoff. And you can now go on and register for the virtual kickoff. So what you need to do in order to register is just go to our happenings page on our website. If you click on the happenings tab, you'll see this virtual kickoff 2022 flyer or page. And you'll also see there's a little button where you can register now. I just wanted to kind of show you a few of the things that we are going to be doing and seeing and experiencing during the virtual kickoff. As you can see, you will learn about programs and tools designed to increase your ability to share soul. You'll discover why having a mission is better than simply having a goal. Okay, I'm going to be giving a presentation on that. You will see new videos that will help you to share the importance of adaptogen and also share the benefits of the Soul Smart Plan. And one thing I really wanted to highlight is that you will learn from social media expert Brittany Hodak. And I wanted to just share with you a little bit about her resume. So here is Brittany Hodak. She is actually an award-winning entrepreneur, speaker, and author, and she has delivered keynotes across the world to organizations including the United Nations, American Express, and TEDx. She's published more than 350 articles for outlets including Forbes, Adweek, and Success Magazine, and has appeared as an expert guest for shows on NBC, CBS, CNN, and the CBC, among others. Entrepreneur Magazine calls her the expert at creating loyal fans for your brand. Brittany co-founded, scaled, and successfully exited the Superfan Company, a company whose client roster included Walmart, Disney, Amazon, Katy Perry, Unilever, Taylor Swift, Dolly Parton, and many more. And listen to this. When she appeared on season 6 of ABC's Shark Tank, she received 6-figure offers from 4 of the 5 sharks, valuing her company at one of the highest amounts in the show's history. This is the person, Brittany Hodak, who is going to be our featured presenter and speaker during our virtual kickoff. And just listening to her, and she is going to teach us, all of us, how to convert customers and contacts into superfans. And I think that's well worth the registration cost. It's just $65 to register for the virtual kickoff. And not only will you get the presentation from Brittany, but also we're going to be giving away some fabulous prizes, and you'll also get a registration packet prior to the event. So make sure you register and get all of your team members registered for our virtual kickoff. It's going to be a great time. Also, I wanted to remind everyone that our virtual happy hour for the month of November will take place on November 16th. And it will be, again, at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And it's going to be more about cleansing. So we kind of started the conversation tonight with Dr. Allison. We are going to complete that conversation and talk more about cleansing on November 16th. So you'll make sure you want to join us. Again, thanks everyone for chatting in, and thank you for your comments. Thank you, Krista, for being our specialist spotlight. And remember, everybody, it's your body, your mind, your life. Good night.